How's going on, everybody? It's me, the one that loves cartoons, and in today's video, well, I'm gonna be talking about a cartoon. So we all know how SpongeBob met Sandy, we all know how he got his job at the Krusty Krab, how he met Plankton, etc. Listen, SpongeBob has a bad continuity, and we can all agree on that. But episodes like Tea at the Tree Dome, Help Wanted, shouldn't be messed with. Even though the show doesn't have a good continuity, these episodes are still important, okay? They were the introduction of the show, and many people consider them as canon. They are canon. SpongeBob got his work in Help Wanted and met Sandy in Tea at the Tree Dome. So yeah, that's how it happened. Help Wanted is an important episode because ever since that episode, SpongeBob is always working there. And the Krusty Krab. Same with Tea at the Tree Dome. Ever since he met Sandy, she started showing up on the show and became a main character. SpongeBob does have some continuity when it wants to. So then Kamp was announced, and it changed everything. Apparently, SpongeBob and Sandy met as kids in Kamp Coral, and not at Tea at the Tree Dome. Fans didn't like it, including myself. So Kamp Coral came out, and I was doing as every crazy person was doing. I was watching Kamp Coral. So then I made it to the Sponge's Kitchen episode. I watched the episode. It focused on SpongeBob and Plankton making Krabby Patty for the first time. Okay. Then we get to the end of the episode. So past Sandy called present day Sandy, and she told her that the plan worked. The secret formula of the Krabby Patty is burned, so it will get rediscovered in the future. Big Sandy told young Sandy that I knew sending you to Kamp Coral was a good idea. Whoa. So let's go back in time. So Tea at the Tree Dome is the episode where SpongeBob and Sandy met for the very first time. You can't change that, even though Kamp Coral did change that, but didn't at the same time. So like I said, SpongeBob met Sandy at Tea at the Tree Dome. It was their first interaction, okay? Then ever since that episode, Sandy became one of the main characters, so we can say that many days has passed, many episodes has passed after Tea at the Tree Dome. So then, Sandy felt that there was a disturb in the past, so she had to call her younger self and sent her to Kamp Coral to meet SpongeBob and stop the thing that was disturbing the past. And that thing is Plankton trying to discover the formula even though he wasn't supposed to do that at that time. So yeah, Big Sandy sent Little Sandy to burn the formula so Plankton will never get his hand on it. Cause it wasn't supposed to happen that way. Okay, so I gotta give props to the writers for at least caring about continuity a little bit. Because Little Sandy wasn't supposed to meet SpongeBob in Kamp Coral. She was supposed to meet him when they got older in Tea at the Tree Dome. It was good that we at least had some sort of an explanation. So yeah, we got an answer about why Sandy met SpongeBob and the rest in Kamp Coral. So that's good, I guess. But guys, this gives us more questions and plot holes. Like, if Big Sandy sent Little Sandy to meet SpongeBob in Kamp Coral, then why SpongeBob didn't recognize her in Tea at the Tree Dome? And Sandy didn't recognize SpongeBob too in that episode. So yeah, they should have recognized each other in that episode. Like I said, I give props to the crew for at least caring and giving us some sort of an explanation, because I never expected the crew to do that. But it felt more like an excuse for Sandy being in Kamp Coral than an actual explanation, because that explanation gave us more questions than we already had before Sponge's Kitchen was even out. So yeah, they at least tried to give us an explanation, but they didn't do a great job. I have a theory that maybe Sandy remembered SpongeBob in Tea at the Tree Dome, but pretended to not know him. But even that theory wouldn't make sense, because SpongeBob didn't recognize Sandy as well. So you can say that he also pretended to not know Sandy, but it doesn't make sense. It just doesn't. So I thought that maybe at the end of Kamp Coral, like we don't have an ending yet, but maybe in the ending of Kamp Coral, Sandy would just make an invention and make SpongeBob forget about her. So that way, when he met her at the tree dump, it would make sense why he didn't recognize her, and she was just pretending to not know him. But that theory would also make zero sense, cause in the SpongeBob movie, Sponge on the Run, we had that Kamp Koral flashback where the characters start remembering how they met. And well, they all met at Kamp Koral, and SpongeBob remembered meeting Sandy in Kamp Koral in the Sponge on the Run movie. So yeah, like I said, we got more questions than answers. At least they tried, but they didn't do a good job. So you're telling me that SpongeBob met Sandy for the first time in Kamp Koral, and he also met her for the first time at the tree dump when they were older? Is it just me, or is it very confusing? So, you can say that we have two timelines now, or what? So, listen. We can say that after Sandy sent little Sandy to Kamp Koral, that created a whole new timeline. So we have the Kamp Koral timeline, and it's the Kamp Koral TV show and the Sponge on the Run movie. So these all take place in the new timeline that was created because of Sandy, because she sent her younger self to Kamp Koral. So this is how it was created. And we have the first timeline, the original one, where SpongeBob and Sandy met for the first time when they were older in at the Tree Dump episode. So the first timeline is Help Wanted, Tea at the Tree Dump, etc. And the second timeline is the Kamp Koral spinoff and the Sponge on the Run movie. So we can say that the Kamp Koral TV show and the Sponge on the Run movie are not canon to the original timeline. Instead, it is its own thing, its own universe. But if the show decided to give us some sort of an explanation that does make sense, then forget what I said. Kamp Koral and Sponge on the Run are new timelines, being created when Sandy sent her younger self to the camp. So in the original timeline, we can say that SpongeBob did went to Kamp Koral, he just didn't met Sandy there. Because there was no reason for Sandy to send her young self to the camp, because there was no disturb in the past. Told you guys, we got more questions than answers from that final scene of Sponge's kitchen. So Sandy that we got in the Sponge on the Run movie was the one who was told to go to Kamp Koral to stop Plankton, while the other Sandy from the original timeline was the one that told her to go there. Okay, get it? It's just very confusing. So yeah, tell me what you guys think. Did you guys like the explanation in Sponge's Kitchen episode or not? Tell me your thoughts down in the comments. So if you guys like this video, then give it a like, and if you're not subscribed, then subscribe. It means a lot to me, and turn on the notifications so you'll be the first one to know when I upload. So thank you guys so much for watching. I'm the one that loved this cartoon, and you're the one that love it too.